Calling 2023 CR 4230, State of Texas versus Darianne Renee De La Rosa. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Charles Golden.
Are you Ms. De La Rosa?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Darianne Renee De La Rosa who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 4230 for the offense of robbery on July 17, 2023 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 56 on or about the 30th day of January 2024 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Darianne Renee De La Rosa, the then and there failed to comply with the rules and regulations or instructions of the Bear County Supervision and Corrections Department's duly diagnosed residential facility. The defendant refuses to participate with the required program violation number 56.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of 56, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition 56?
Yes.
Court will find it true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
It is to keep the individual on her probation and defer to deny the motion and alter and amend the required her to attend safety.
Okay, why is she not going to DDRF? That's my question, because that's what I ordered.
Sir, the information that we received from DDR was she did not want to participate.
All right, so you can participate at the prison, but it's not going to be at safety. This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way. I ordered DDRF and you don't want to go there. So what's going to end up happening? You've been here before. The court is going to find you guilty. Now, how much prison time do y'all want to ask for?
There's a state. Maybe requesting 5 years, Your Honor.
I would ask for two, Judge. She's willing to go to safety. She wants to continue with drug court. We would ask that you reconsider and consider safety. We understand that's going to be 9 months long with aftercare. She's willing to do that.
Okay, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of 56 true. The court will find you guilty. There is to be no contact with Monica Tobias. Court is going to find you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison. Court will give you credit for any time served. Court will retain jurisdiction.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled, showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? All right. Because this is not a plea bargain agreement, you do have a limited right to appeal. And that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on probation. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. So Ms. De La Rosa, when you're sent to certain programs, I'm not just doing it because, hey, let's just do this for no reason whatsoever. There was a reason you were sent to that program. You do not get to write your own programs. If you could write your own program and be successful at it, you wouldn't be in court. You would be successful. All right, good luck to you. Same Christian Segovia, who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 0292 for the offense of aggravated robbery on May 4th, 2023 for a period of 10 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 1 on or about the 18th day of January 2024 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Christian Segovia committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance relating 1 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
General waiver made violation.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1? Court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? You need to speak up. Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There's not an agreement. Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
States are requesting, revocation, Your Honor.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're asking the court to follow the recommendation of the probation department. The probation department is recommending. Give me a moment, Judge. The probation department is recommending to amend the conditions for state ISF, a cognitive track, biweekly drug testing for 60 days upon his release, and ZT probation.
All right, I don't do zero tolerance probation really because this is zero tolerance. This is your first motion to revoke. You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Christian Angel Segovia.
All right, you're going to need to speak up and speak clearly.
Christian Angel Segovia.
All right, why are you not successful on probation out of this court? No.
Drug addiction.
Let's backtrack. So they're saying you picked up a possession case. I'm able to see everything in the motion to revoke, not considering it, but I'm only considering what the state is going on. So I'm trying to make a determination of whether or not you should be going to prison for life or 5 to 99 years up to life. You understand? So what is going on with your life and why can't you complete this probation successfully?
I'm struggling with money and I'm struggling with to live. Struggling to take care of my family that I have.
Well,
I do need help though.
here's the thing, a lot of people struggle. A lot of people have issues with their finances. If your problem is a money problem, I'm going to tell you what my mom always tells all of us and what her mom told her. If you have a problem that money can solve, that's not a real problem. A real problem is when you have a problem and money can't solve it. For example, just a hypothetical. If you have cancer and the doctor tells you it's terminal and you say, I have $2 million, will that help? And they say no. That's a problem that money can't solve. You understand? So you saying that you have a money problem, that's not a real problem. It's not a problem that should cause you to pick up a new offense. How old are you?
No.
Do you want to go to prison and spend your life in prison?
No.
Then you had better get your life together. I see that probation is recommending the ISF track. I'm going to give you a choice because I don't think the ISF track is enough for you. They're saying that you have not reported. They said that they tried to do field visits at your home and you were not there. So that tells me there are some major issues with you.
Judge, if I may.
Yes.
Part of the issue with Mr. Segovia is that he's homeless. He became homeless, compounding the fact that he has a drug issue. He's asking the court, he's begging the court for help. He admits that he has a drug problem. Because of this drug problem, he obviously committed a new offense. He's not hiding it. He didn't deny it. He's here before you asking for help. He's 22 years old. I think he deserves an opportunity to get some type of inpatient treatment before sending him to TDC and saying goodbye, see you later, figure out in TDC.
I mean, I'm going to give him a choice, but your choice is not going to be ISF. Your choice is either going to be SafeP or either you're going to prison. SafeP is a treatment program, but it's at the prison, but you're not in general population with other prisoners. So your choice is either you're doing SafeP for your drug issues or either you're going to prison. Which do you choose?
Safety.
All right. I'm going to deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include SafeP and probation. I don't believe drug court is going to accept him because of the nature of his charges, but I'm going to ask for felony drug court as well. You can Counsel, if you want to talk to felony drug court and explain to him why this may or may not be a good fit for him. And then we're going to do, once he's released, I am going to want field visits. One time per month until further notice. And the UA hotline. And he's to remain in custody until transferred to safety or felony drug court. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, so when the time gets long at the jail, because you're waiting for transfer to safety, and you want to come back to the court and say, I've been at the jail for 3 weeks, just remember that you were begging me for help and you could have ended up going to prison for up to life. All right, are you the same Jacob Roland Bruno who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023, 7267 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 gram to 4 grams on August 31st, 2023 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 4, Vanderbilt County, Texas, the defendant Jacob Roland Bruno did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed in the months of October and November 2023. Violation condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, and that is to continue the individual's probation, amend the conditions for intensive outpatient treatment program, monthly UAs, and documented sober support meetings and more recognition.
Moral recognition theory, MRT. Yeah.
Thank you.
That is agreement, Your Honor.
All right, why should I follow this agreement? He hasn't shown up.
Oh, I was.
You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jacob Bruno.
Where have you been?
I was working in Austin when all this happened. I called my probation officer and let her know I was out there before I even left. So that's
Well, you
why.
can't leave places without permission when you're on probation. Otherwise, you're just doing your own thing. You're not on probation.
I asked, but then they switched me to a different probation officer. So it was, yeah, and I was homeless at the time too.
So probation, Mr. Bruno,
Mhm.
he left the county without my permission. What is the recommendation?
Well, it's half evaluations.
Mhm.
And that is what half evaluation.
How long have you been at the jail?
I think about 6 weeks.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court will deny the motion, alter the main conditions to include intensive outpatient treatment with probation. There's going to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days, and there's going to be GPS for 60 days, and that'll be partial for work. Probation, does he need anything else?
Do you want to address the moral RT or?
How old are you?
41.
All right, MRT is basically to teach you right from wrong. Do you know right from wrong?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know you're supposed to report?
Yes,
You're not to leave this county without the court's permission. Do you understand?
I understand.
Do you need help with knowing what's right from wrong?
No.
All right, then you had better start doing right. That's my MRT program for you.
Probation does not know if he's currently still working with a company in Austin.
Oh, no, he's going to remain in Bear County. You're going to remain in Bear County. That's where your probation is. You are not to leave. Well, Superman doesn't wear glasses, but Clark Kent does.
Yes.
All right, so you are not allowed to leave Bear County without the court's permission. Do you understand?
Thank you.
All right. All right, good luck to you. Do
you.
not come back here for this.
Thank you.
Let me excuse you, Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. Do you have any objection to this attorney standing in for Ms. Chacon?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Campbell, it's the court's understanding that you both are in the same law firm?
That's correct.
All right. All right, in each cause number, you entered a plea of no contest to the offense of aggravated robbery. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison, a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. The state is opposed to your application. The cases will run concurrent. They're taken in consideration, 2023 CR 7392. And then there's to be restitution to Ginobili Villanueva, Ashley Villanueva, and Valentine Esquivel. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Judge.
Any witnesses, state?
No, Your Honor. Just argument.
All right, defense, any witnesses?
Just my point.
All right. You're already under oath. State your name for the record.
Donnie Amaris,
Thank you, Judge. Donnie, how old are you?
19 family.
And briefly describe to the court what your upbringing has been to today. And if I need to help you out with some questions, let me know.
Think some questions for her.
Who was raising you when you were younger? Was it your grandmother, your mother, your grandfather, or somebody else?
I want to say my grandmother.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna have to speak up. If you don't speak up, the court reporter can't hear you. If the court reporter can't hear you, then I definitely cannot hear you. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, defense?
And when your grandmother was raising you, how old were you when she first started raising you, and how old were you when she stopped raising you?
Can't remember, but I want to say the age was around 12 when she stopped raising me.
So you, from the age of 12 until today, you've essentially been on your own.
Me and my brother have essentially been on our own.
Okay, and how old's your brother?
Right now, he's 18.
And you were providing for him at the time of the incident, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've had an opportunity to go over this, the PSI report with me, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that the court is going to have to grant community supervision, deferred or otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think you would be a good candidate for deferred adjudication in this case?
Because I know if given the opportunity, I wouldn't want to come back here at all.
Now, in the report, it indicates that you started using alcohol at the age of 13. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Can you describe what the effect that alcohol has on your ability to make good decisions?
Can't really describe it because I can't really remember.
Okay. Is it more likely than not that you're making bad decisions because of alcohol use
Yes.
and you use some other illegal substance? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you think you'd benefit from getting some sort of substance abuse counseling?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think that would be beneficial to you?
Because right now, man, I think I need all the help I could get.
Okay. And you would also benefit from some job training, is that correct?
Yes.
And possibly a GED?
Yes.
Why didn't you finish school?
Dropped out at a young age.
But why'd you drop out?
At the time, I had me and my brother to take care of, and I was trying to give my mom money.
Now, in this report, it indicates that the reasons, there's a very specific reason that led to you being involved in this case. Is that correct? What was your occupation at that time?
I was selling dope.
And do you want to stop doing that?
Yes, sir.
One of the ways you can help do that is through the job education that can be provided in deferred adjudication.
Yes, sir.
You understand that this recommendation also says that you should go to SATF. You familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you would benefit from a pretty strict drug treatment program?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking the court to make that part of your deferred adjudication?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, I'll pass.
All right, state.
Your little brother's name is Danny, right?
Then
Danny. How old was he when this offense was committed?
18,
Was he 18? Because he was sentenced as a juvenile.
17 at the time.
And in the PSI, you indicate that it was your idea to commit this crime,
Yes,
and that Daniel only did it because he loved you and he wanted to help.
yes, sir.
And you realized that there was a child that was in the home, right?
At the time, I didn't realize it.
But you're now aware that you pointed a gun at a child, a 3-year-old.
Unfortunately, yes, I'm aware.
And that the family, according to the PSI, what they said in their statements is that they no longer felt safe in their home and had to move because of what you did. Were you aware of that?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so that is in the PSI. Nothing more from the state.
Donnie, are you sorry for what happened the day you committed this crime?
Yes, sir.
Tell the court why you're sorry and what effect it's had on you,
Why you're sorry and
and what effect it has had on you.
I guess I would say I'm sorry because I don't think anybody should go through that type of incident.
And if you'd known that the children were in the home or the child was in the home, would you have gone in there?
No,
What were your immediate thoughts at the time when you learned there was a child in the home?
at the time, I didn't know there was a child at the home at all until
And why were you going to that home other than to rob the person
but
from one of the residents?
yes,
Do you think it's a gross generalization that these people were so afraid of their home that they had to move when they were selling dope out of their home?
a little bit, yes.
From jail pass.
Didn't you stay not that far from where the home was? You stayed in the same apartment, right? So you Ginobili, is that correct?
Yes,
You'd been there before to his home?
yes.
Ask us.
All right, so this is what I want everybody to know. I always read the stipulations and I read the PSI report. So do I know that they were selling drugs out of that home while they held little children there? Yes, because that's what's in the police report. Do I know, based upon the police report, the stipulations, that you were going there pretending to want to buy drugs, but really you were going there to steal because maybe they had money in the home? So I understand all of that. Child Protective Services should be checking on those children in that home. So hopefully somebody is, because you shouldn't be selling drugs, but most definitely you should not be selling drugs when you have children in your house, because there are some assumptions of the risks, as we know from law school, that certain occupations have. And when you're a drug dealer, one of two things is going to end up happening. Either it's going to turn out to be Scarface with Al Pacino, or either you're going to prison, or either you're dying. That's what ends up happening. You're old enough to know better. So I'm going to deny your application. I'm going to find you guilty. Does anyone want to speak to the cap?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Judge.
Yes.
Again, you heard that my client is young. He's had a pretty rough upbringing. We'd ask that you give him no less than 5 years.
Steve?
Judge, we ask that you hit the cap. What happened here, again, it's not just that he chose to involve himself here, but he chose to involve his underage brother. He had him go through this process. If more for him, it's his idea. None of this would have happened.
All right. Why are you involving, you're still under oath, why are you involving your brother in this? Do you love your brother?
Yes, I love him, but that.
So why would you involve him in this, where he could have ended up getting killed?
At the time, I wasn't thinking straight, and you're the only other person I had on my side. And
All right. This is what the court is going to do. In each cause number, the court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Cause numbers will run concurrently. There's a $1,500 fine, time and money will run concurrent. There's to be restitution and no contact with Ginobili Villanueva, Ashley Villanueva, Valentine Esquivel. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
Okay.
All right, in each cause, and I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. And the court is also taking in consideration 2023 CR 7392. We can go off the record. I understand that you may be sorry for what you did, or maybe you're not sorry. Maybe you're just telling me what I want to hear. But if you don't change your life, what's going to end up happening is there's always somebody that's bigger and badder than you, and your life may not turn out well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And don't be involving your younger brother in this. And he's over there by himself without your protection. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.